Okay, so back with another reading. Right, I've got a few notes because I know nothing about Nikola Tesla. Anyway, he says he likes it that way. He likes it because I'll not have any preconceived ideas. So I've just kind of jotted down a few things about him. He's literally sitting in the chair. I've got a wee fan heater in here, and it just suddenly switched itself on. Now you've got to turn it to switch it on, so make of that what you will. I went through everything because I'm the type of person, even though I'm psychic, to make sure there wasn't a short in it that might be going fire, but there's nothing. So I don't know why it turned itself on, but it turned itself on. Anyway, right, so Nicholas came through. He came through in the last reading I just did there. He came through in another reading, so he obviously wants to speak, okay? So I'll just give you a few. So he was born on the 10th of July 1856, that makes him a Cancer, I think. He was born in Austria, the Austrian part of, Nicola's saying it's more Croatia, it's known as Croatia now, Croatia. Okay, so I told him not to say much because, well, I didn't not to say much. He's like, okay. He's very, this man's got class, okay, he's got class. He's coming across as very much a teacher as well, I think. I feel he was made a good teacher. Inventor. Do you know, he's saying he takes his invention side off his mum, which, you know, was his mum an inventor? That obviously in those days women were in the kitchen, so to speak. I think he's got siblings, and had siblings. He was old when he passed away. Okay, so that's all the things that have big link to New York. There's a big link to New York, okay, so I'll put that away because, as I said, I don't know much about him, okay. So I'm just going to let him speak, but you know, I'll still pull a bit. Oh, that was for the last read. I'll pull some cards and we'll see what it says, okay. Hope that comes through. Do you know what he's saying right away? He wants people to reach their full potential. He feels he never ever reached his full potential. There was more they could do. He was a big rival. There was a big rival. Oh wow, this man's a big rival. He is saying he learned from this man, but I feel as if there was a betrayal, as if he betrayed you. He's just nodding. He's right. He held the world in his hands. Held the world in his hands. So there's, I know, right, I'll tell you what I know, I'll always tell you what I know, right, there's something to do with electricity, right, free electricity. I said before, we should not be paying for electricity. Electricity was free, is free, can still be free. I feel as if he wanted support. Was it a bank? Was it? He wanted support from somebody, but he let him down. He became more of a rival. Tried to ruin him. This person tried to ruin him. I feel as if they were at the same. Maybe one was a bit more established, more established than Nicola was. I feel as if he worked. Is this Edison? Thomas Edison? Is it Edison I'm saying? Did Edison steal? Did he steal the work? Did he copy the work? There was something between the two of them. I feel as if Edison tried to ruin. Did he try and ruin you? Wow. Do you know, Nicola's saying that there's other people like me who he's came to, and all that part of him, of his work is out there. But he wants to talk about what you can do yourself. Okay. Right, see, this is the one that's come out, right? You're not reaching your full potential. Humanity's got a hell of a lot more to reach. He's pointing to here, his third eye. He's telling me I use my third eye. I've always used it, and I've enhanced the use of the third eye, and he says that people are not using their third eye to the full potential. That's what he's saying. Not using it to their full potential. There's inventors out there. There's inventors out there. Do you know he's saying it wasn't about the money? He could have been a very rich man. I don't know if he was a very rich man, but he could have been a very rich man, but he wasn't interested in some. Do you know what I'm saying? Wads and wads of cash. I don't know if they were trying to bribe him, buy him out, buy something, buy the knowledge. Oh, there's something. Something's not right about this. He's saying he learned this from. He was born with this knowledge. He says, I just knew. There was something happened when he was born. Something happened when he was born. It's like a bolt of lightning. Came down, and it was just wham, in. And he says, I just knew the knowledge. I don't feel as if he was academic. I feel as if he did as much schooling as he could, but it bored him. The routine bored him. He's saying there's many people, the routine of learning bores them. Bored me. You're talking to me. People have got an inner knowledge, but they're not tapping into their inner knowledge. They're not tapping into it. He's talking about waves. Not radio waves, but waves. Waves. Wireless. It's wireless. Do you know he's like pointing to things in the room. I made that. There's components in that if it wouldn't be here as for me. He's pointed to my computer. There's components in that I discovered. He's not in self-praise, so he's not feeling self-praise. He's just going, it's in this, it's in this, it's in this, it's in this. Even though he was older when he passed away, I would say about late 70s, early 80s, he never reached his full potential. He never reached his full potential. I feel as if something happened and it was just, I've had enough. I've had enough. I feel as if there was loads of people wanting a piece of him. I've let him speak in a minute, but this is just the feelings I'm getting, because obviously I go with my feelings. Everybody wanted a piece. But somebody tried to take his work and pass it off as their own. Pass it off. He knows who it is, but he's not saying. He's not saying. But somebody tried to pass this work that Nicola done off as their own. I feel as if he was close to his mum. Close to his mum. He's still going back to his mum more than his dad. I feel as if they're siblings as well. It's more than it was more his mum was she an inventor as well? She could have gone even further than he did. Had it not been the time she was, but if she was born now, if his mum was born now, she would be away. She would be invent, but it was a sign of the times. Sign of the times. He said my mum was he said my mother. My mother was more prominent inventor, something. It was as if she could put her hand to anything, and she invented things herself. She invented things to use around the house. If it was too difficult, if something was too difficult, his mum would invent things to make it less difficult. Wow. So he's saying he got that from his mum. He's saying the only regret he has is he let people control him. He let people control him. There was something he wanted to do, but he couldn't get it done. Oops, let's open this. He's saying they don't invest in invention because they don't want ordinary people, ordinary citizens to... I'm going to sneeze. Oh, he's saying bless you. Thank you. It was always out of reach of ordinary people. Ordinary people are born with all sorts of greatness that they don't tap into their potential because they think that they think they're not great. There's loads of inventors out there, there's loads of, you know, oh, everybody's, you see, the criminals come with the criminal, you know, the crimes, but is there a programme, the Tesla programme, there's something in New York with his name on it. With his name on it. So I don't know if it's a place, you say it's a place. It says you go down New York and you can see wee places where he's left his mark. There's places in New York where he's left his mark. It's as if there was a building in a corner somewhere that... I feel he was trying to build something. Is there a Tesla Institute? Is there a Tesla... He's talking about documents. The documents are out there. The documents still exist. They still exist. They're somewhere. But they're within safekeeping, so they must be in the right hands. They must be in the right hands, because like he's in the... Somebody's got them for safekeeping. There's still too many... Oh, can you see it again, Nicola? There's still too many people wanting this. He wanted it to be where it was just free for everybody. He said nobody should be paying for electricity, and they said that before when it came through the first time. Nobody should be paying for the electricity or their energy. Nobody should be paying. It's as if it's a component. He's trying to show me, and I mean, it's me, I'm no scientist. But he's trying to show me this component where you can just tap into the component it's in the ground or it's somewhere and you would get your electricity. He's trying to tell me, but it's me he's trying to tell, so I'm not getting this. Do you know what he's saying as well? People just accept a lot in life when they should be fighting for more, their fair share. Yep, definitely. He's going back to use your third eye. This is more to do with, I'm trying to steer him, maybe I shouldn't be, but I was trying to steer him back to, because I'm interested in the electricity stuff, but I'll maybe watch somebody else to see that, because Nicholas wanted to use your third eye, activate your third eye. And he's saying to me, you can do that, you can teach them, you can teach them. So activate your third eye, because your third eye tells you things that you just know. It's like seeing, you know, you can see into things. Use your instinct. Now, I've told you that before, go with your instincts. Go with your instinct. What's your instinct telling you? If your instinct's telling you to get as far away if possible, you get as far away if possible. People just push their instincts down. This is what Nicola's saying. You push your instincts down and you don't go with your instincts when it's screaming in your ears, where if you're in danger, you get out the road. But people are too trusting. That's what he's saying. People are too trusting. Use your third eye, use your instinct. Stop. He's saying he's a cheek to talk, but well, I'm interpreting as a cheek to talk. He said something else, but this is the way I've interpreted it. He's a cheek to talk because he didn't reach his full potential. Even though he was an elder man, he, for want of a better word, he's saying I don't know if it was, I can't say drink, but it was as if he was too fond of something else, too fond of, in his mind it would be, you know, talking himself out of things. He showed me, no one of you showed me the accounts. Well, if you're coming here, I'll no not to ask you to help me with my accounts, because he showed me his account book. He wasn't good at that side. He wasn't good at that side of the business. He was great at inventing. He was great at pushing his things out. He was great at showing. But coming the business side of it, that's where it fell apart, he's saying. That's where it fell apart. I still feel as if somebody betrayed him. I'm just saying what I say. I say it's been Edison. Betrayed him. He was better than Edison. And Edison knew this. Like, you have to get creative. See, this is all to do. You have to use your instinct, get creative. Stop relying and, you know, work for you. He's kind of work for yourself. Put yourself out there. Build yourself up. Self. Don't give away your power. This is what, see, I get it now. I do get it now. The electricity, and yes, because I'm interested, so I'll maybe sit down with him and he can, but he's definitely wanting people to reach their full potential. The way forward is in people, he's saying, in people, in inventions, and work off the land, live off the land, tell these entities to get back. This is what he said, this is his message. The message of the electricity, the you know, energy. He's saying, I've said that to other people and other people have got that out. But he's wanting me to speak about the psychic side, the empathic side, the humanitarian side. So this is what he's came through to me for. He's saying I'm a very empathic person, well, we all know that. But he's even given me advice. He says you're very empathic and there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it's to a fault where it affects me. So he wants me to take a step back as well sometimes when I feel as if I'm getting overwhelmed, take a step back. And then that way I'll be, you know, when I come back I'll be more powerful, which is good advice, by the way. Yeah, a hell of a lot of grief coming, he's saying. There's a lot of grief to come. He's saying, you know, what he's saying is, people who think this is a movie, I disagree. So Nicola's disagreeing. He's saying, it's a movie to some, to others it's a nightmare. I am on the side of the nightmare. I feel this is why Nicola's came through to me, because I'm the side of this is not a movie. Might be a movie, but it's a nightmare for some. No, it's alright, Nicola, I'll just tell him. He's saying there's a hell of a lot of people going to go off the Earth's plane. A hell of a lot of them. Wow. Oh gosh. They're going to try and isolate, they're trying to isolate people. Try to put people at no rivalry. He's talking about rivalry. There must have been rivalry between him and a partner, or him and a... I don't see it as a partner, I see it as this person's up here and Nicola's down here, so which I would have thought he was maybe younger. Nicola's younger than this. I still see Edison. I still see him. Trust your instincts. That's what Nicola's saying. Trust your instincts. Don't throw your instincts away. Don't try and rationalise your instincts. Your instincts are there for a purpose. You were born with a strong instinct for right and wrong. If it's telling you it's right, it's right. If it's telling you it's wrong, it's wrong. He's saying, your self-worth, work on yourself. Work on yourself. I feel as if this is for people who give. And don't take. You know, I'll need to learn this as well. You know, maybe this is a lesson for me. Don't give your energy away. See, it is all about energy. Don't give your energy away. Don't give your energy away freely as well. He's talking about energy vampires. He's saying there was a lot around him. Energy vampires. Well, right, this is definitely one to do. The wrongdoings in the world has been shown. There's a light, there's a big beam of light that is showing me, and it's the wrongs of the world has been brought to the fore. It's been brought to the surface so that people can actually see it. People will not believe until it's right in front of their eyes. That's what he's saying. They won't believe it until they see it right in front of their eyes, you know. Wow, I get that. He's saying nobody should be freezing this winter. Nobody. And if people are freezing, then you either sit there and you freeze, or you stand up and say no. That's the choice. That's the choice. He's saying, do you want the land to be lovely green in colour, or do you want it to be all grey? The grey area needs to go. Wow. I'm wondering if this is Nicola's mother, because I was speaking about his mum, because there's definitely women stand behind him. Reach your full potential. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Oh, she's saying fear is their biggest weapon. They use it all the time to frighten people into submission. Now we all know that, but even then she's saying that they used fear. Even then, when she was like, this is Nicola's mum. Oh, he's holding her hand. He's got her hand. She always knew her son was destined for big things. He didn't reach his full potential. He didn't reach it. But she says she can't speak because she never reached hers either. Collectively, she's saying collectively, there's a lot humanity can do collectively. But they're trying to isolate us, they're trying to separate us, making sure that we don't. Because if you're collective... I did a reading in, because Nicola came through in the reading I done about the animals, right? So he came through, and because I had said collectively the animals, the energy of the animals collectively is ascending. He's saying collectively the energy of humanity will ascend. It's just taking a hell of a long time because the fear is still there. The fear of losing everything is still there. I'm wondering if somebody young has got Nicola's documents, because his mum's saying the boy became the man, and then she's saying there's a boy. It'd be a boy. I mean, it could be a man to me and you, but it's a boy to her. So she's talking about her son. She's saying the boy became the man. There were still things to be done, but there's the boy, which I'm translating and I'm trying to, because I can see as if the documents, his work, I feel as if some of it was stolen, but some of it was preserved. It's preserved. See, they're saying that they've still got a hold, but they've not got the hold that they had, but they've still got a hold in some places, in some institutions, they've still got a hold. I'm hearing humanity wins. Humanity wins. Good always conquers evil. Yep. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine. That's the big message. I feel overall Nicola's message today was use your intuition, use your third eye, reach your potential, don't hold back. You know, it's what's that saying? It's better to try and fail than fail to try. That's a big message from Nicola. It's best to try and fail than fail to try. So you have to try. This is to people who are psychic, people who are light workers, people who have got an idea, who are just sitting on it because they fear failure. And that was a big message. Okay. So I'd like to thank Nicola for coming through, and it was his mum, but she showed herself as a young woman. As a young woman. I don't know if she was young when she passed away. Anyway, so she came through as well, so I'll thank the two of them for coming through. And I'm quite sure I'll speak to Nicola again, because I feel as if he's got more to say, but when he wants, like say, the scientific stuff and the energetic stuff and the energy stuff, he goes elsewhere. But he'll be coming to me because of the psychic stuff, and in particular because I use my third eye. So that was the wee reading and the wee channeling of Nikola Tesla. And I would just like to thank him for coming through. Alright, see you soon.